As a product manager,
I was terrified of talking to customers.
until this one thing changed everything. It's also the same thing that some of the greatest product leaders do, ones who aren't afraid of customers, to gain customer insight and build the world's greatest products. Really, anyone who deals with customers should know this amazing trick. Why was I terrified? That's personal. Okay, when I was new at Looker, an extremely complex data product, I would do user interviews. User interviews, talking to customers, is probably the most important part of being a product manager, which is why this is so embarrassing. The world is gonna think I'm a fool after this. Looker's customers were data experts, doing really complicated stuff with our product. Sometimes it was hard to wrap my brain around it. Like, what's this guy doing? So I would read about their tech, get nervous, my head would explode. And then I would meet them and pretend to understand everything. The focus was not on understanding their problem, it was on me trying not to look like a dum-dum. And that is the biggest mistake you can make in life and customer service. Then my husband Jeremy told me the tale of when he worked at a hardware store, not Home Depot, the small town neighborhood place where they actually help you. He said there was this guy, Ron, who came in one day when Jeremy was brand new and he asked for the best anchor to hang a heavy mirror. These are not them. Ron saw that Jeremy was fumbling through the anchors and he stopped him. Jeremy, word of advice. If you don't know and you give me an anchor that rips my wall apart, I will come back here and do the same to you with words. Jeremy learned 3 things that day. 1, saying, I don't know anything about this to experts fast is the only way to survive. 2, he had to ask questions to understand the customer's problem. How much does the mirror weigh? How big is it? And so on, to find specs that might meet their needs. And 3, he could offer an expert colleague to come over or call them back for more nuanced questions. Shockingly, he found people appreciate someone who is nice, helpful, and honest, even if they don't know anything, because destroying their house is not an option. I said, Jeremy, that was an amazingly boring story and completely useless because I don't work at a hardware store. These data people have expectations. Little did I know, some of the greatest product managers pretend to not know anything, even when they know everything, to learn as much as they can about their users. Matt LeMay says, play dumb to give your users as much space as possible to communicate in their own words and on their own terms. Your job is to understand everything about them, not to try to sound smart. Ask yourself, is it easier to express yourself to someone who doesn't know anything and is excited to learn, or to a know-it-all expert who's intimidating? But this isn't about playing dumb. The gist is this: it's about the customer, not you. So stop focusing on sounding smart and being an expert and just listen. And of course, you can't always play dumb, which I lay out in my Substack with a bunch of extra pro tips. Links are below. Playing dumb does something incredible. It removes your preconceived assumptions about the customer so that they can tell you their story in their own words to get to the root of their problem. All of which I didn't know. And then it happened. Hey Sondra, so-and-so called in sick. Can you fill in for a customer call? It's in 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes, sure. I'm not afraid of a customer. Yeah, okay, I can do it. And yeah, 10 minutes, I'll totally wing it. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I was scared. I wasn't playing dumb. I was dumb. I knew nothing about this customer's use case. So I said it right out of the gate. Hi, I'm filling in. I'm not an expert in X, Y, and Z. Instant relief. So can you tell me about the issue and why it's important to your business? I'll share it with the experts on our team. I asked a ton of questions and it was fun. I could fully listen without it going in one ear and out the other, and I wasn't afraid to ask the oblivious questions that get to the root of the problem. It gave me the confidence to always understand as much about the customer as I can, with curiosity, openness, and active listening, even at the risk of sounding dumb. You got this. Wait. Can I do that last one again? Because when I said you got this, my eyes kind of went ding, 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 like weirdly.
Hi there. Is there a project you're working on?
I know more than you.
All right.